everyone, this is Ginger from my sister Scrapper. I had a few requests asking me to do a tutorial and show you how I created the pages in my Bo Bunny apple cider mini album. So that's what I'm going to do for you today. It's really easy. So what you're going to need, what I used for this particular album here is I used 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And then I went ahead and matted my pages with the design paper because I really like the look of the matting, so you have the craft around here. I'm going to show you how to do this in craft. You can use whatever color you want, but again, I used a solid cardstock and I used 8.5 by 11 paper. So you're going to need your paper, a bone folder, your paper trimmer, of course, and scissors, and some kind of a score tape or a sticky tape or a wet glue, something really strong, whatever adhesive you prefer, and your scoreboard. And I'm going to use the Martha Stewart scoreboard because that's the one I have handy. Your scoreboard right here. And sorry, it's kind of messy. Anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of 8.5 by 11 paper, and you're going to cut it down to 6 by 11 inches. So you're going to put it in your trimmer like this, and we want the 11 inches, and we're going to cut this down to 6. Okay. And then you can save this and use it for tags or little photo mats if you want, but we're done with that. So we're done with our cutter for now. So we have our paper trimmed down to 6 by 11, and now you're going to get your scoreboard out. And you're going to put your paper on the 11-inch side like this. So you have 11 inches here and you have 6 this way. So you're going to go ahead and score it directly in half at 5.5 inches. So you're going to take your paper and rotate it 1/4 turn. So now you have the 6-inch side up here and the 11 inches going down here, and you're going to score it again at 5.5 inches. All the way down. So then you're going to take your paper like this and you're going to turn it over, and it's back on the 11-inch side right here, and you're going to score at 1.5 inches. And then flip it around and score again at 1.5 inches. Okay, so we're done with our scoreboard. That's all the scoring we're going to do. Now you can either use your scissors for this next part, or you can use your paper trimmer. But what you want to do first is you want to take your scissors, and it doesn't matter which side, I usually do it on the right hand side because I'm right-handed, is you're going to go ahead and, you know what, before we do that, let's go ahead and fold this score line right in half and get a good crease with your bone folder here for now. Okay? So we folded it in half. Now along this, we're going to trim off this little 1/2-inch piece right here. We're going to cut on our score line all the way up to where we just folded, right to the crease there in the middle. So go ahead and take your scissors, and you can use your paper trimmer if you don't cut straight, which that's probably what I should be using because I usually don't cut straight. So we're going to cut that like that, and then we're going to go ahead and cut that piece off. Okay, so it should look like this now. Then you're going to, on the other side, we're going to trim off just this little piece. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing, but we're going to stop at the very first score mark. So you've only trimmed off this little section right here. So you should have something that looks like this. Okay? Now what you want to do, and this is just personal preference, but it makes it easier to fold your pages if you just taper your ends just a smidgen and just eyeball it and make a little angle corner here on both sides of that. Okay, so that's all the trimming we're going to do. So basically that's your page right there. So we went ahead and we folded it in half again like this. Okay, now we're going to open it back up. Make sure for some reason I didn't, either my paper was wonky or I didn't score very good, but make sure you have a pretty even page here. There we go. Now you're going to open it back up, and you're going to go ahead and fold this little tab and fold it up. This little tab is what's going to make our pocket. So after you've done that, go ahead and take your score tape or your liquid glue or whatever adhesive you like, and go ahead and seal up that little pocket. So we're just putting score tape on the flap that we folded up. And I'm going to use 2 pieces because I want to make sure that my flap doesn't make my tag stick. One thing about score tape, the key to it sticking really well is you want to make sure you burnish your tape. It makes it, number one, the backing to come off a lot easier. So you've done that, so go ahead and fold that back and press it down. Okay? So now we've sealed up we should have something that looks like this. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece and fold it up and crease it with your bone folder, and then flip it over and flip the other side. So basically that's your page. And then what you can do, what I did on my album here, is I used my EK Success Scallop Edge Punch, and when it made a decorative edge. So you can do that right now if you want. Just go ahead and stick it in your puncher and just punch really quick. An edge punch, and let me see, do I have one handy? Yes, I do. This was the one I used, which is the scallop punch. So you're going to take it and center it in there like this, and punch it down. Oops, missed one. Look around here so I can see. Oops. Okay. So then that's it. And then you can ink your edges if you want. And then what you'll do here is you'll go ahead and glue just on this side and fold that up and make that a pocket. But before you do that, you're going to want to put your design paper on here first, and then go ahead and fold that up. And then what you've got here, and again you're going to punch both sides, you've got this. And then what I did on this mini album is I created 6 pages because I wanted to use the Stack the Deck binding system, which looks like this after you get it done. So then this piece is what you're going to attach to your binding. Okay, so go ahead and you would put your score tape on this side and on this side, and then go ahead and stick your page on. I like to decorate my pages first before I put them on my binding mechanism. And if your binding sticks out a little bit, you can go ahead and taper your ends. Always remember to dry fit your hinges before you stick them on your pages. So anyway, that's basically how I made my, and that will be glued down, and then the next page, and so on. Okay, and then you have the pocket at the top, and then you have the side pocket here, and the other pocket over here. So that's basically how I created my pages in this little pumpkin patch mini album. So there you go, and you can make as many tags and photo mats as you want. These photo mats in this particular mini album I did cut from my Cricut using Elegant Edges. It's great because there's a shadow feature and then the cut, so it made it nice. So there you go. That's how I made my pages for the little mini album. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Bye.